Hey everybody, welcome back. Just wanted to do another video on my 1975 Topps mini set. This is one of my favorite sets from the 70s, and just wanted to go through the set with you, talk a little bit about the history of it, and then show it off to you as well. So the 1975 mini, same cards as the 1975 set itself, just a smaller variation. 1975, the second year that Topps had did the whole set without using a series. So they printed all the cards at once. This is the first year that they did the highlights, and the highlights of this set have a lot of Hall of Famers in here. Starting with card number 1 and the Hank Aaron and the Lou Brock and the Bob Gibson. Then coming down to Al Kaline, and then Nolan Ryan's in 2 of these highlights. This one here, and this one down here as well. The 75 set is known for its color imagery, classic design, and the 75 minis is a really fun set. If I had to choose between the two, the full size and the mini, I wanted the mini because I think it's a little bit more difficult to find. And in doing my research on this, I went to Cardboard Connection, and there's a really good article on there by Rob Bertrand, so I want to credit him for that, talking about the 75 mini set and where it originated from. In the mid-70s, a lot of companies, because of some economic reasons, were trying to cut costs, and Topps was no exception. They decided to come out with this mini set, primarily because they could print it in 5 sheets. So 5 sheets of 132 cards to make up the 660 card set. And that was going to cut costs that way. And then initially they distributed it in limited distribution in the states of Michigan and California, still using some vending methods as well to get it out and cut out the middleman and cut costs that way. So it was primarily an economics thing. There's a nice Brooks Robinson there. They were sold in 15-cent packs, the same as the fuller size cards. Dave Parker, Burt Blyleven. This set's got a lot of Hall of Famers in there. Ron Santo. There's some interesting things that they did in the set. I showed you already the highlights. They also put the All-Star on the cards for the players that were the All-Stars. And they also had the MVP cards that we'll come across here in a second. A nice Mike Schmidt there. So they have these interesting color variations. And looking at reports, it looks like the yellow-green ones. So these down here, the yellow and green, are the most difficult to get in higher grade, while the yellow-reds ones like this are the second most difficult to get in high grade. There are several key cards in the set that I'll show you. I've already pulled them out of the binder, and I'll cover those at the end. But let's breeze through some of this here to pick it up just a little bit, so this video doesn't run too long. There, nice Willie Stargell there. I'll just try to hit the highlights of some of the key All-Stars. Phil Necro, Steve Garvey, nice Steve Garvey card, and you can see the All-Star emblem on there that they put in there. The Bob Gibson card. They have the team cards as well. Steve Carlton. Here's the MVP cards that they had. Everybody from 1952 all the way up to 1974. Let's see. Yep, up to the 74, folks. They had all the MVP cards, which is pretty cool. Maybe as a project, I'll collect every one of those cards at some point, but there's probably some expensive cards, especially from 57. You got the Mickey Mantle and that in the 56 as well. Those could be quite expensive. Nice satin Catfish Hunter. Jim Cat. Johnny Bench. Some of these, yeah, the quality control on this set is not great. It's hard to give an overall grade of these cards. In general, I'd say they're maybe excellent to mint. But some of them, you know, if I were to send them off to be graded, would not come back. You know, maybe some would come back near mint, some would probably come back much lower than that, just because the quality control isn't there. That's a pretty nice Yastrzemski. The quality control just isn't there. You know, Reggie Jackson. But back when they made these things, they did the leaders again set. Here's the leaders set. Got some good guys, you know, Mike Schmidt, Johnny Bench. A couple Hall of Famers in that one right there with Necro, Catfish Hunter, and Fergie Jenkins. And I've always liked that Carlton, Nolan Ryan strikeout leaders. That's a really nice Pete Rose. Jim Palmer. The Tom Seaver card. Okay, this is an interesting card. This Herm Washington is the only card where the designated person is a pinch runner. That's pretty cool. And I've pulled some of the key cards out that I'll show here at the end, because you probably are wondering where the George Brett and the Robin Yount rookies are, because they're in the early 200s of this set. The Willie McCovey. And then they do a World Series and Championship Series cards as well for that. Those are pretty cool. Just noting the history. Just really cool imagery of you know, the 70s style uniforms and that the colors on these. You know, when I was a kid, I really disliked this set. I'll be honest with you. The 75 set had no appeal to me. But as I've gotten older and gotten back into collecting, like I said, it is one of my favorites from the 70s. I think obviously everyone likes the 71 set because those really difficult black borders and the colorful imagery on that too. But this is a more affordable set, but still really great set with some amazing rookies in it, and some still got quite a few Hall of Famers as well. There's a Gaylord Perry Hall of Fame card, the Lou Brock, Billy Williams, another Hall of Famer. Like, you can't, I mean, literally every 2 pages is a Hall of Famer in it. Rich Gossage, another Hall of Famer. There's Joe Torre down here. Tony Perez. The Frank Robinson card. The Rod Carew. Now you're coming into the Rookie All-Stars, and I've pulled all the best ones out, but that's another cool part of the set. There's the Keith Hernandez one, didn't pull that one out yet. Not quite a Hall of Famer. Boog Powell, one-time MVP. Then there's Harmon Killebrew's last card. That's a member of the 300 Greatest Cards of the 20th Century. And then this card down here, extremely hard to get in a high grade. This Claudell Washington card. It's one of those yellow-green cards that I mentioned that was difficult at first. This card in a high grade is extremely valuable. That's actually not too bad of a card. That's probably an excellent to mint. 6, maybe a 7 on a good day. And then the end, and now I just want to know in the last minute, I just want to show you some of the key cards here. Obviously, these 2 guys are the biggest rookies in the set. Let me pick it up here to kind of prevent the glare. This Robin Yount. You can see that this has been sharp quarters and edges. It's kind of almost, I don't know, it's miscut. I don't know how you say it. It's kind of a little lopsided, a little off. I would just probably say it's miscut. Maybe some people refer to that as a diamond cut. And it looks like the George Brett in the same situation. I mean, clean fronts and backs. There's no wax stains on any of these cards. They're all very clean. Maybe came from a vending at some point. Not maybe not a pack, but still, those aren't really. I don't really consider those gradable. But I've got those both in 7s already, so it's not a big deal. The Jim Rice rookie. Nice Gary Carter rookie. Then you've got the Fred Lynn rookie. And then the last two guys I'll show here, the key cards from that set. That Nolan Ryan's pretty valuable in a near mint 7 and up. And then the Hank Aaron as well. He bookended the set at number 1 and then number 660, which is this card. And that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a little longer video, but once again, thanks for watching, and I appreciate any posts and comments you leave below. Thanks.